Hey, it's your boy Benny, so welcome back to the sexy Stoke career mode. Guys, my apologies for, I guess, the lack of uploads in this career mode. It has been very strong since the beginning of FIFA 16, although it has dropped off a little bit. I will be going ahead and getting out more episodes of this career mode, as well as you guys have voted in the previous Pokemon career mode, and it seems like you guys are down to go ahead and cut out the Pokedex, which means one thing. I'm thinking about moving 2 Pokemon episodes a week, 2 Stoke episodes a week. I'm going to be uploading my butt off. Hopefully I can handle it. I apologize ahead of time, as I probably won't be able to make every single deadline. I'm just saying it ahead of time. I do work a full-time job, so please be able to understand that. As look at this, a rare sight, guys. We are actually playing one of the skill games, and look at that, I got a C! Ah, it's like I'm back in high school all over again. Great stuff, and then I pretty much couldn't be bothered to play anything else with them. I was like, oh, that was embarrassing. That was the best one that I got. If I'm only going to get a C, I might as well just pray for A's, because that's... And look at that, we do get an A right there. Mr. Sandro, my man, going ahead and getting up. And now we are back into the Stoke career mode, and this is going to be an action-packed episode. There's going to be 4, count them, 4 freaking games in this episode. We're going to speed up this career mode just a little bit, and now we go. As you guys were asking, as you can see, this is mostly a second teamer. Peters, Banyat, Samper, Van Hinkel actually getting in there, Sandro, Ireland, Tasfak, and Iheanacho all getting into the groove right here as we're playing a Bournemouth side that I thought we could win. Maybe I got a little bit cocky, but this would be our best chance right here. Ireland fires off of the post. And there we go, Matt Ritchie able to parry it away, and now they're able to break Callum Wilson. He's got the pace, he's got the strength. Can we run him down? We cannot. Put the shot on target, but Jack Butland's able to parry it away. But then, late in the game, this happens, and how is this a penalty? How? That's so, what? You're, guys, watch this on the replay. He kicks me! I even get the ball first! He kicks me! Trips over, then he goes right down the middle. Oh, this game. FIFA 16 is the best FIFA of all time, right? Everybody agrees. FIFA 16. Oh, EA just improved everything that we loved about FIFA career mode. They just took it and they made everything better, and they gave us new stuff. And oh my god, we lose to freaking Bournemouth. Yeah, we freaking lose to Bournemouth. Soak that in. We just 1-0 on that BS, and I was having none of it. We had Arsenal 3 days later. That's why I played most of my second teamers right there. And you saw me right there. I didn't even care. Last time I talked shit about Ramsey, Arsenal beat us 2-0. They kind of put our foot in their mouths, and they're top of the league right now. And you know what I did? I went right back at Ramsey, son. Top of the league, who cares? Jack Butland, I got the big teamers narrowed in here. Torre, Shawcross, Manucia, Grimaldo, Saul, Charlie Adam back in the squad. Restored, we got Arnautovic out on the left side ahead of Hesse, Shaqiri, Bohan, and my man, Big Mama Diouf up top. And now can we get something right here? Charlie Adam going to the byline, has 2 Arsenal defenders on top of him. Boyan slings it to the top. Torre, what does he do? He fires it in, and forcing a nice little save from Mr. Czech. Not bad from our right back. Our new right back, as you remember, we did go ahead and trade back Glenn Johnson to Liverpool in the January transfer window to get some more funds. But now, what that does is Mr. Torre has earned us a corner, and we have delivered it onto the beautiful, magnificent, titanic noggin of Ryan Shawcross, a man who's riddled into the books of infamy for that infamous tackle on Ramsey, the man that we called out. And it was Ramsey who got us last time, but now Shawcross is the one getting back. What a heavyweight bout. We're going titty for tatties up in this right here. Great little corner. Usually, like 90% of the time, the keepers in this game usually get that, but I don't know, corners have been pretty money for me this year. You got to put more power onto them to kind of hit that in that sweet spot where the keeper comes for it and can't quite get there. Very un-Peter check of him as we go ahead and take a 1-0 lead. And then a crucial mistake. Shaqiri all the way out on the left wing. What was he doing out there? Arnautovic plays it to Diouf, who slams it home. He sees the near post open, and like a predatory ocelot, a small jungle cat, there he goes. Big Mama, Big Diouf. And we are up. Oh, Ramsey. How does it feel, Ramsey? Oh, terrible giveaway. What was Shaqiri always doing all the way? Fired in that that was one of those driven balls right to Mama Diouf. Takes one touch aside and then just goes ahead and slams it home. Peter Cech helpless at that near post. Maybe a little bit wrong-footed. Maybe could have done a little bit better. You know, it's definitely not a maybe. We are up 2-0 up against Arsenal, and that is when, to add insult to further injury, I'm bringing in a couple of second-teamers into it. I'm taking Mama Diouf because this is one of those murderous times in the schedule. We only had like 3 days after this game. We were playing Manchester freaking United in the league, and maybe I got a little bit cocky. But wow. What a freaking goal. Like, I know we're technically supposed to be rivals, and they're glitching out right there, but wow. Spectacular, spectacular, extraordinary. This is just a flip onto the top, onto the head, and then a bicycle kick into the near post by Javier Pastor. And thank you, EA. EA, your game is so great. You're like, no more scripted transfers. It's going to be more realistic. Javier Pastor always goes to freaking Arsenal in my comments. Leave it in the comments down below if you've seen Javier Pastor go to freaking Arsenal. But it doesn't even matter. They can have all the Pastor they want. All you can eat. It's like Olive Garden out there. But they will not get 3 points. No. We will get 3 points. And look at us. We just... possession was 50-50, but we had 3 shots on target. They had 2 shots, and we converted 2. They converted 1. And that means we get 3. We get 3. And there we go. Iheanacho going ahead and increasing a point, as well as our goalkeeper. Well done, Mr. Jack Button, getting all the way up to a 76. I see. By the way, has anybody else used Jack Butland and just seen how outstanding he is? He's just a freaking animal in goal. We're going to need him again up against Manchester City. Manchester United, excuse me. Whoa. Man, now Manchester City is atop of the league because of that defeat that Arsenal suffered at our mighty, mighty hands. As you can see right here, we did have to go ahead and bring in some new boys. Peters, Bardsley, Woolshed going ahead, Saul, Van Ginkel. Shaqiri starts once again, but now it's Hesse and Ireland in the cam and the left mid positions as we go and enter into this game. Now as we start off right here, corners have been a little bit moderate. Van Ginkel fires it, and David De Gea. It's going to take a lot to get past that world-class El Spaniard. And look at Wayne Rooney going ahead and stealing away from us. Caught out there, but look at the old man does not have the speed anymore and just fires one hopelessly toward our goal. Now Ireland onto the wall. What does he do? He skips past 1, skips past 3. Poor positioning, lays it back across to Shaqiri, who takes it. Oh my goodness! And Shaqiri has scored, taking that nice little touch and taking 1 touch away from goal. That seems to be the more OP thing this year, is what I've been finding out in the box. Is like, once you get that first touch, just take one, like a diagonal, like a 45-degree angle away from the goal, and then fire it to kind of open up your angle right there. 1 touch, boom, and then you go ahead, open up the goal, and the goalie usually seems, I could have gone for the finesse shot right there, but that was probably a more high probability of scoring that. But I just went all power, and then in the 55th minute, we have to sub we have to sub him out because we have Arsenal again in 3 days in the Capital One final, and now Dongu Tosfak is in! He's in, going for the near post OP, but David De Gea strong, huge, ginormous up in goal. And now can we get anything going? The 81st minute, could they possibly salvage something? A terrible pass. We force an error right there. Loftus Cheek to Hesse, who's in the game. Can he finish them off? He can! And David De Gea, that was Spaniard on Spaniard crime right there. Look at that. Hesse going ahead and slapping, just going ahead and dick slapping the shit out of that flagpole right there. And oh, just great. All because of the pressing in the back line, forcing a terrible pass by Phil Jones. That will be in his nightmares for years to come. And then we go, greatly well placed in between the foot and the arm of David De Gea. Almost actually got to that, which was even more impressive. Now Van Ginkel onto the ball. Sees Hesse, goes inside, and this time the Spaniard on Spaniard crime would be inflicted by the big keeper right there. How did he stop that? I thought for sure we had 3, but now we're on a 2-game winning streak. We've beaten the likes of a sub-performing Manchester United. You saw that they were actually in 7th place, and this will further drop them in the league. And as you can see right here, we are in magnificent form going into the Capital One Cup. And I wanted to do it again. Yes, where is he? Where's Ramsey? I'm going to talk more. Ramsey? Okay, so Ramsey isn't even in the squad for the Capital One Cup because he's scared. He's scared of the almighty might and the sexiness of Sexy Stoke alone. As we do look through our monthly guys, I don't, want to bore you with too many of this, but just Germany, I'm just telling you this, Germany is turning out some magnificent talents. Maybe we'll go ahead and look at them in the next episode as well as the squad report. Is that something you guys would like? You guys take a look at the squad report? I think it's about time. You guys can see the magnificent growth of the squad. This is just more of an action-packed episode. Get through about a month of the season right here as we're going to go ahead and close it out with the big one, the Capital One Cup. I know it's not the most prestigious cup, and we were knocked out of the FA Cup earlier, I believe, by Arsenal? I think so. Time for a little bit of revenge. So we can go ahead and inflict some hurt on them. As you can see, most of our first teamers are in this match. Not a lot. We're going once again with Arnautovic as Hesse started the last game. Boyan in the cam position. Shaqiri has played freaking all of these games pretty much in this episode, but he's been in magnificent form as we go up against Arsenal. And there we go right here. Alexis Sanchez with the fancy flick and actually skims the top of the post. And Alexis Sanchez was in form this game. He was pissed off what we did to them in the league, and you're about to witness something right here. Actually stops it, and this is the most magnificent cross I've ever seen in a FIFA. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking... One, I was like, okay, it's going out of bounds. It's in the raid, stops it. I thought I had closed it out. Jack Butlin just staring at the thing. Shawcross also over there. But that was... Danny Welbeck didn't even need to knock that in. That was pretty much going in. That is the most ridiculous cross I've ever seen anyone ever do in a FIFA period. Jesus Louises. And now, could we get something going back right here? 29th minute, lays it back to Boyan, shields it off. And Mertesacker on the wrong side. And freaking Boyan, look at the pure strength. How did he hold off Peter Mertesacker? And then just a left-footed rocket into top bins near post. Great little 1-2s back and forth between Charlie Adam and Boyan, and just went all power at the near post. Oh my god. Oh, it was not Mertesacker. I guess it was Koscielny. Whichever way. Very Arsenally defending. A lot of Arsenally defending lets us back into this game in the second half. But in the first half, but now Alexis Sanchez is going to do it again. But this time, freaking Manusia was able to go ahead and parry that away. Thank God. I was like, no, not again. Not again, Sanchez. But he was, we were able to actually defend that corner this time. And now we're going to go ahead and bring in some pressure. Marco Van Hinkel. I apologize for calling him Ginkel. But Hinkel is now into the game, as well as Hesse Rodriguez now onto the ball. Can he do something right here? Goes ahead, fires it in. Great little turn by Diouf. And Koscielny. Oh, what a goat. What a scapegoat. Oh, his names will be plastered across the back pages, because that was just an absolute shocker of a game for Koscielny in this freaking Capital One Cup final. A bad time to kind of just... he basically bottled this. He totally, utterly bottled it. But great shield off right there. Holding off. That is what you need in a striker there. Holding off. This time actually holding off Peter Mertesacker. Turning him devastatingly. Maybe could have got there. Actually, that's not Koscielny's fault, as Mamadiv pretty much had got it past him. Actually, that's debatable. Did he? Well, they're giving him an own goal, so maybe he could have just let Czech score that. Who cares? We scored 2-1. Can we hold on? Is now the bigger question. In the 85th minute, could I score this one with Shaqiri? And Shaqiri is no Arnautovic. He is no free kick god. He is not. But now Giroud into the game. Using the straight down the corner. Grimaldo able to clear, and we're holding on by the skin of our chin-chins. And I'm not talking about my Asian friends. No, I am not. We've done it, ladies and gentlemen, on the, on the merits of Koscielny. We pounce like bottlenose dolphins. We dive deep and we capture ourselves a Capital One Cup. Look at the tears! Look at the tears! A metaphor for the rain falling down. A depressing day for one, and a jubilant day for the others. Tears of joy on one side and tears of sadness. Oh, Arsenal. Oh, too bad. Oh, whatever. They're probably going to win the league in this in this season. So I don't really got to feel too bad. Don't feel too bad for Arsenal. They kicked their butts earlier, but we get 2 wins up against Arsenal. A win against Manchester United. And we lost to Bournemouth. How did that happen? But anyway, we're going to give it to our captain right here, Mr. Shawcross, the man of the moment, the man at the center of this arsenal. Stoke City rivalry is the one which will strike first blood in the silverware battle this season, because it's pretty much the first. Well, technically, if you count the community shield. Yeah, we won't count that. Yeah, we strike first blood in the silverware battle. Look at the physics on those ribbons, guys. Look at the ribbons on that cup flutter. Yes, that is how much money they put into the game. Ribbon physics, ladies and gentlemen, ribbon physics. Actually, I did complain about this last year, about like they haven't changed the cup celebration in like 4 years. They haven't even changed it since previous gen. It was the same thing. And fair on them, fair on you, AA. I've given you a lot of shit in this episode, but you guys changed it. You guys did a new one. It's very refreshing. Thank you so much. And I like training too. That's pretty cool. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you go ahead and soak in the victory. Shaqiri getting his first taste of silverware at Stoke City, at the sexy Stoke Loaders. And this, you know, silver always just makes you a little bit more sexier. What can I say? Anyway, this has been your boy B-. Go ahead and like this video if you did. Go ahead and enjoy. The likes have been a little bit down, so kind of hurting my feelings. So maybe just hit that like. Just do it. And anyway, if you're new to the channel, go ahead, like and subscribe. And yeah, you're going to get another episode by the end of this week of the Sexy Stoke Loaders, so you can have more in store. My name is B-. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. So stay yourself, stay humble, and be weird.